Hi, my name is Hope, and this is my video about my Arduino Morse code project. The purpose of this project is to take a user string from our serial monitor and convert that into Morse code. And then we want to be able to visually see that Morse code output on a boarded LED. In addition to this, we want to be able to test as many phrases and strings as we want. And so the only way the code can be exited is by entering a unique value on our serial monitor message. So here I just defined the location of the pin for our telegraph or our LED, which is just on the digital out pin 2. Here we define our time constraints for the dots and dashes and the weights in between. And this is our variable that will monitor if we need to kill the program. Because C and C++ allows for character math, we are able to do addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division on each of the unique chars that come in. And so utilizing this, I just stored the dots and dashes for A through Z in an array, and if A is at position 0, then all of the characters that come in through the serial monitor will just be subtracted by the value of A in the ASCII table, and it will give the position of it in its array. So here we have our dot and dash send functions. These are just initialized to send a single dot or a single dash and show them not only on our digital pin, but we also want to see it on our serial monitor to make sure everything lines up and to use for debug purposes. Here we just set up our serial monitor, as well as set up our telegraph or our LED on pin 2 as an output variable or an output pin. Starting out with our while loop, this is going to loop all of our Morse code software until that kill command is given. Once the kill command is given, it's going to leave this while loop and then just stop running our code. So we're asking the user for an input phrase, and we're initializing what the message is. And then while our serial monitor is working, we are going to keep reading that serial monitor, and for each value, store it in our message string. But before that, we need to check first that our kill value isn't given, which the kill symbol is our semicolon, and the ASCII value of a semicolon is just 59. So we check and see if that input equals 59, and if it is, we want to leave the whole program. If we are not trying to exit the program, we want to check and see if it is the end of our phrase. So the user will input what they want, and then once the enter button is pressed, a new line is given, and we know that we are trying to output our Morse code dots and dashes. If the user is still going, go ahead and just add that unique character into our message string. So let's say our new line is given. We are going to convert the message into Morse code, but first we need to remove any extra white spaces as well as convert it to uppercase, because the ASCII table includes lowercase and uppercase, so just to make it easier, we are considering them all as uppercase. And so after that, we want to take each character that is in the message and we want to convert it. So taking the current character in our message string, we are going to first make sure that it is an A through Z value. So it'll just go ahead and ignore any value that's not A through Z instead of breaking the loop. And it'll convert it. So it's going to find its position in that Morse code array that we saw at the beginning, and by subtracting it from A, which our ASCII table A value is 65. And then as long as it is our A through Z, once we get that string Morse code, we are just going to run through those functions that were initialized at the beginning and show our dots and dashes, as well as providing wait statements for in-between words, and a new line for when we want to use another phrase. So if we restart our software, we're going to please provide a new input phrase. Okay. So let's say, hello world. Oops. So while we are also seeing the Morse code on our serial monitor, it is currently also being outputted to our LED. And also, a great thing about this software is if I want to put an exclamation point at the end, it is only going to show the Morse code for hello world for those letters, like I mentioned before. And that's going to be really helpful to create any bugs or any breaks from the software that we don't want. For example, if I say hope with an exclamation point, it is still going to output that in Morse code. Ignoring, of course, the exclamation point. And then lastly, if we are done converting Morse code, we will put in that semicolon command, enter it, and then exit our program. So no matter what value I put in, we will not be doing any more conversion. All right, thank you.